You changed schools, one of your friends left, that was your friend, and all of a sudden it's just different. Anybody have some change happen? Y'all just wear the same socks every day? Pretty much. Nobody's had any change. Like something different. I know y'all have, because y'all, life happens and things change. Let me ask you a question. How do y'all deal with change? Like, what typically is your go-to? How do you deal with change? Are you just like, it is what it is? Or you kind of like, you mourn, you miss, you grieve? Like, how do y'all deal with change? It is what it is? It just happens? It's good. That's good. Life changes. It's not always the same. So that's a little bit about me in my work, in my ministry life. Outside of that, I do a whole lot of things. I teach at Fuller Seminary. I'm not a professor there, but I run a couple of their adjunct courses at Fuller Seminary where I teach diversity, equity, and inclusion. Because I'm real big on making sure our country is unified, our churches are unified, that it's just, we all are one family. So I teach at Fuller Seminary. I run, I'm a leadership consultant as well for different churches, and it's nonprofit. And then my hobby is I bodybuild. So I do competitive bodybuilding. I actually get on stage and I do bodybuilding. I got into that during the pandemic because I had the time. And I was like, I turned 40 and I was like, I want to turn it up. So I played sports all through high school, played basketball, football, ran track, baseball. I did it all. Played a year of college ball, IUPDU, basketball. And so I still wanted to remain competitive, but basketball is kind of hard on the knees and the lower back. How many of y'all hoop? How many of y'all play sports? So you ever had an injury in your sport? You had an injury? It's tough, right? It makes you think about like, bro, am I ever gonna get back to where I was, right? So for me, as an older gentleman, I'm just like, look here, man, I can't be playing basketball all my life. And so I know I love to work out. It's a therapeutic for me. I love doing it. And so I got into bodybuilding during the pandemic. Anybody get into something new during the pandemic? Like, you know what? I never got into this. Chris, you got into something new?
Oh, I started drawing.
Say that again? Drawing? That's dope. So you got into art. You had more time. So y'all didn't start nothing new in the pandemic? Y'all just stayed the same the whole pandemic? Was it fun or it was just like? Yeah, it was pretty boring during the pandemic. But I encourage you guys, when you have downtime like that, try something new. Take risks. You actually learn more about yourself when you take risks versus just staying the same. So speaking of risk, I took a huge risk in 2004. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, born and raised. Is where I was born and raised at in Detroit. I thought I'd never leave Detroit. And that was my home. I'm a city boy. I was driving out here and I'm like, where am I? Like I saw how many of y'all drive past all those cows coming this way? Did y'all see those cows? I mean, if that ain't Texas, I don't know what is. Detroit, you ain't seeing no cows like that. And so I'm from Detroit. I'm a city boy. 2004, I heard the Lord telling me, hey man, you're real comfortable here. All your family's here. All your friends are here. Your career that you think you're about to have is here. What if you actually stepped out in faith and did something that required more faith than it did sight? So I was 24, I was in college. I was studying mechanical engineering. And I thought I'd be a mechanical engineer, gonna make a bunch of money. And the Lord was like, I got something else for you. That's actually connected to your passions, not just money. And so I was like, all right, Lord, what's this you got up for me? So I came to Houston in 2004. I met a homeboy that was working in 3rd Ward. How many of y'all know where 3rd Ward is? Sunnyside. Worthing High School, Jones. I was working at Star Hope Homeless Shelter. I was the youth pastor there, kind of. And I got here, and I made a decision to stay. I left my family. I left my mama. How many of y'all think y'all can't leave mama? Some of y'all like, man, I can't stand my mama. Don't say that loud. Don't say that loud. You ain't gonna make it out this house. No, but I thought I'd never leave my parents, y'all. I thought I'd never leave. And in 2004, I made a decision. I was 24 years old, and I moved to Houston. I took a risk. And I was like, all right, I'm here. I'm in Houston. I had nobody, but the Lord started providing, for real, in ways that I had never seen. So that's a little bit about me. You got any questions, any comments, any thoughts about anything I said in Detroit? What's some of my hobbies? Let's see if y'all listen. Y'all looking at me. I don't know if you listen. What's one of my hobbies? Bodybuilding. How many kids do I have? 6. How old are they?
6 to 24.
Yeah, okay. Y'all got some ears. Y'all got a bunch of earwax. Y'all ears are working. 24 to 11. Where does my son go to school?
7-8. Which one?
7-8. I like that. 7-8. My oldest went to the Air Force Academy. He graduated. I said my other one went to what school? Bush. Man, that boy on Bush High School. Our oldest went to Bush High School. He graduated, played football at the Air Force Academy. He graduated at the Air Force Academy. Listen, y'all, if you don't know, if your grades are good enough, you can pursue the Air Force Academy. It's free college. But you do have to give them 5 years of service. But after you come out as an Air Forceman or Air Force woman, your job is set. You ain't going overseas unless you want to. My son he's 24 years old. He just bought a condo where he's renting it out. People are paying my son rent. He's only 24 years old. He's got a condo that has 4 tenants in it. They pay his rent. And not only that, his rent is only like $1,500 a month. He charges $2,000, so he's making like $2,000 a month just in rent. So that was free game for y'all. That's just free game. That ain't got nothing to do with the lesson today. That's just free game for y'all that I didn't know nothing about the Air Force. So they came recruiting my son. He went to the Air Force. Listen, it's an option. And it's a really good option. My son came out with an amazing degree that I couldn't even explain it to you. But the Air Force is beautiful. Colorado is beautiful. It is an option. A lot of people don't know about it. So PS5 just put you on. If you don't hear nothing else I say today, please look up the Air Force. All right. Anybody else comments about something I said? Anybody want to know about Detroit? Anybody ever been to Detroit? No? Don't want to go? Detroit is city, man. Y'all, how many of y'all were born and raised here? Like this, where y'all from? Like Katy, y'all from Richmond, Rosenberg?
I'm from Nigeria.
Nigeria? How long? My oldest is adopted. He's from Nigeria. Gabon.
Oh,
Yeah. His last name is Princeton Joko. So Nigeria, where else y'all from? Born and raised? Raised here. How often y'all get home? Once? Yeah, I've been to Uganda and Kenya, Nairobi. It's beautiful. You gotta get home. Where else y'all from? Where y'all from? Katie? Katie? Frank? Oh yeah. Come on, Taco. Jim Appel, Sean Nelson, come on, Taco too.
Adonis.
I'm a little, that's about as far as I can go with that one though, bro. So anyways, anybody else, where y'all from, man? Yeah.
Technically, I'm from here, but like, to be honest, I think I'm from Jamaica.
That's dope.
Like, if I grew up with my dad, I would from Jamaica.
Jamaica, man. That's beautiful. I appreciate you sharing. Listen, let that man be from Jamaica if you want to be from Jamaica. Let him make it. Where y'all from? Where you from?
born in Cyprus. Yeah.
And grew up here? That's dope. All right, so before we get to this lesson, I got, maybe not. All right, so we're going to do this one. All right, who's in middle school? Anybody in middle school?